So I didn't want to end today on a negative note with, Ozzy's tragic passing, but, you know, I decided, you know what, I finished this comic, so I'm going to do a quick review just to end on a high note for the day. And today we're going to be talking about Fantastic Four, Aliens, Ghosts, and Alternate Earths. This is the 5th volume of the Ryan North run, which I've really liked. I've really enjoyed Ryan North's run of it. He's had like this kind of like childlike wonder to the comic. He's done a lot of like high concept sci-fi and like fun adventures, and that's the thing. Like this whole comic series, this whole run has been fun, and I understand that it's getting renumbered soon. I think it already did. Like I think the new Fantastic Four renumbered like a few weeks ago, as of this recording. So his run is not over. And yeah, what I also find interesting is that the comic has been pretty episodic. Like that's the thing. It's been more 1 or 2 part stories. There hasn't really been like and while there was an overarching story in the first half of like, Reed's family being sent to the future, and that got the Fantastic Four kicked out of New York, and it was a whole thing. But now that story's over, and they've just been kind of like doing fun adventures with it. So that is apparently going to change, because again, I'm reading in trade, so volume 6 will be the end of this era, and it does tie into One World Under Doom. But anyway, let's focus on this right now. I've been really enjoying a lot of the Ryan North run, but I think this is the one where I just went, I really felt like it's an kind of book. It's kind of several stories thrown into one, such as this 2-parter involving the team being encountering an alien race that is so microscopic. It's funny. Like it's kind of funny how they play that out. And that's the thing. Like some of the science fiction is really high concept, and it's hard to explain. Such was the case with this, where it was an alien race that was shrinking themselves to live longer, and the inventor of that is going to like kill the planet just so she can do more, age longer or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Another story of like the Fantastic Four encountering an alien race where Johnny falls in love with a tentacled monster, a monster girl. It's not as hot as you think it is. It's I don't know what the point is. Also, and this is the thing, as much as I love Ryan North's Fantastic Four run, I have to be honest, I fucking hate the mustache. I really hate the Johnny Storm handlebar mustache, and this is coming from someone with a stash of their own. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. I don't know, it does not nor ever will work for me. Yeah. So that story is pretty awful. It's pretty, like, that one was pretty boring, and but the other half, like the first 3, like the 2-parter and the 1-shot, that one I was talking about. The next 3 issues, like 26 through 28, are pretty fun. Like having a story where Johnny and Reed in their new house discover a haunting, that's really fun. And I really like how Ryan North is actually doing stories where other members of the Fantastic Four are like hanging out and doing stuff as a family. Like we hardly ever get stories where it's just Johnny and Reed. Like we never get to see Johnny hang out with his brother-in-law, or Ben hang out with Sue. That's the thing. Like I love when he does these combinations, because they're all a family. They should be doing family things with each other. So that was pretty cool. I also love how he didn't kill the kid. The one thing I liked about Dan Slott's Fantastic Four run, which was pretty ass, the one thing I liked from it is that he gave Ben and Alicia a family. They adopted a Kree and Skrull son and daughter. And this one is focused on her perspective, the Nikita, I think her name is. And it's a cool story involving the Mole Man. It's a really cute one. It's, again, one of my favorite things is seeing Ben and Alicia have kids, even if they are adopted. And it makes sense that it would be a Kree and Skrull, right? Like, it would absolutely make sense that it was going to be a Kree and Skrull. The final story is more of a prequel to One World Under Doom, because the overarching thing throughout this entire story arc, I forgot to mention, is that after Blood Hunt, Dr. Doom became the Sorcerer Supreme. And in doing so, the first thing he did was announce, I'm the new Sorcerer Supreme, I'm going to save everyone. But basically, for 1 year, he locked himself, he put a magical dome over Latveria and didn't come out. And this is that time, the overarching thing is that time where Dr. Doom is locked away, and Reed is trying to desperately figure out what is Doom planning, because if he's in there that long, it's nothing good. So the overarching thing is Reed trying to desperately figure out how to get through that magic bubble and confront Victor. So in order to do that, him and Sue actually like go into a time travel adventure involving the Black Knight, which was pretty fun. Yeah. The story, like the first half of this comic, I was just on. The second half is a lot better. And the thing is like, while it is an overarching story of like Reed trying to save the world from Victor, it still has this episodic thing. So if you don't like it, you could just skip ahead to the next story. Because some of them are just one and done, some are just episodic. It's not like every single volume has to be like a overarching story. And I think I do like that a bit. Don't get me wrong, I love that when we have these big story arcs, but sometimes it's nice to have like get more bang for your buck with all these little stories here and there. So, but I will say this is the weakest. I do think there was just some boring parts, and sometimes I feel like the high science fiction concept gets a little too high. Like I feel like Ryan North sometimes is trying to do too high of a concept, and it confuses me. You're Ryan North. You're not Grant Morrison. It's okay. You don't have to try to Grant Morrison everything. I will say, though, I would like to see Ryan North do Star Trek or Doctor Who comics. Because it's very clear and I said that, but I think I've said that before. But yeah. So, all in all, it's an okay one, though I have been enjoying it, and I am interested to see when Volume 6 comes out, to see how this ends. And the reason why I wanted to review this is because, like I said, Chris has been sending me the DC books, and I'm kind of stockpiling them, so I'm kind of getting through some of the Marvel haul. I'm trying to get through, I'm trying to stockpile the DC haul for a bit, and then when that's all done, I'll go back to reading DC. But I wanted to read some of the Marvel stuff so I didn't have, like, too much Marvel on my plate. So that's why you've been seeing a lot of, like, Marvel comics I've been reviewing as of late. But yeah, this also, I forgot to mention, this did come from Chris. I'm sorry, bro, I forgot to literally mention that. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, thank you as always, my brother. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but thank you once again for this book and the others. But yeah, if you've been following, and also the other reason I wanted to read this is because, again, Fantastic Four comes out this week, which I do not know if I will be watching right out the gate. I do want to see it, but like I don't know, like economically, if that's going to be good for me right now. A lot of that money is going to my therapy, so what's more important, honestly, my mental health or a movie? Anyway. So, yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below if you read this book. Let me know what you thought of it. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.